course, the one time I make the effort of filming in front of my bookshelf is the time I try and do the anything but books tag. I was actually planning on putting up another video for this week, and it's one that I've been working on for like a few weeks now, but just it's not done. So this is completely last minute. The anything but books tag was originally by Read or Not. Question number 1 is name a cartoon that you love. I'm actually going to add to this question, and I'm going to add name a cartoon and anime that you love, because I watch both cartoons and animes and they're different. So yeah, the first cartoon is probably one that has been debated whether it is a cartoon or an anime, and that would be Avatar: The Last Airbender. I personally think it's a cartoon because animes were made in Japan and Avatar: The Last Airbender is like a Nickelodeon American thing. And when it comes to anime, I kind of have two big ones. The anime that I actually grew up with, like since I was like 10, 11 or 12, I've been watching this and I'm still watching it because I still haven't finished, is Naruto. The other one that I've recently gotten into would be Fairy Tail. I just really like it. It's kind of like Naruto and it's kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where you kind of really fall in love and get to know the characters. Question 2 is what is your favorite song right now? From the top of my head, I've been listening to a lot of the Bunheads soundtrack. So I've been listening to a lot of I Won't Dance. Question 3 is what could you do for hours that isn't reading? Well, if we're talking like passively doing something, I would say that I listen to a lot of podcasts. The other thing that I do passively would be this sounds a little weird, but I watch other people play games on YouTube, like those playthrough type games, especially if it's story based. I love watching people play story based games. But if we're talking like me actively doing something, I really like curating things. Like I like curating playlists on Spotify and on iTunes, or I would even, you know, have like my own kind of mixtapes that I make. They're not on actual tapes or CDs because I don't have any, but I put them in USBs. Question 4 is what is something you love to do that your followers would be surprised by? I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the past, but I really love to swim. I've been swimming since I was really young. I don't do it competitively or anything like that. It's just something that I love to do and I do very often. Just a way for me to kind of unwind and relax. Question 5 is what is your favorite unnecessarily specific thing to learn about? I have this weird thing where I like to learn about people, especially like people in the art industry. Like I like picking a director that I've seen a lot of and kind of learning about, you know, how they grew up and their history and stuff like that. I also do that with some celebrities. It's not a case of like a celebrity crush. It's more of like I really like Vera Farmiga as an actress, and so what I would do is I would kind of go back and see how she started, and like it's weird, it sounds a little stalkery, but I like doing that. Oh, actually recently I started watching The Crown and I really like that show, so I've been really obsessed with researching about the royal family and like the hierarchy of the royal family and just their history and stuff. Yeah. Question 6 is what is something unusual you know how to do? I don't know if I have anything unusual I know how to do. I can hold my breath for a really long time. So is that unusual? I don't know. I guess the other thing, I don't know if I can still do this, but I used to know how to use the abacus, which is the Chinese calculator. Question 7 is name something you've made in the last year. What did I make? I've been working on my first draft of a book. It's not finished yet though. Question 8 is what is your most recent personal project? again, I've been working on this story that I really want to get done this year. I'm also working on defacing Tiger Lily by Jodie Lynn Anderson. I haven't done much, but yeah. Question 9 is, tell us something you think about often. This is a weird thing, but I think about death often, especially the people that I know, and that makes me sad. My parents dying, how I would probably be horrible at helping out at the funeral and stuff, because I have this weird fear of corpses. Especially if it's someone that I know. Like, I've been to a few funerals for my family and stuff like that. I know they're supposed to be people that I know, but I can't. And also stuff like what's deep under the ocean, like how many, you know, because I know that we haven't discovered all of the sea creatures, and I'm very curious but also terrified. Question 10 is, give us something that's your favorite but make it something oddly specific. My favorite food to eat at breakfast when I am visiting Jakarta during the rainy season is this mushroom and rice porridge, but I only like it if I'm getting it off this street corner. I don't like to get it from like the mall or a restaurant or anything like that. It's just, there's this one kind of street corner. Lastly, say the first thing that pops into your head. I really need to work on that article. Anyway, that is all from me today. Let me know down below what your oddly specific favorite thing is, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys soon.